using language or gestures, fighting, throwing objects, or attempting to enter the field and interrupt play will not be tolerated. Thank you. Fans, tonight is a significant night for many of our players and their families as we celebrate our seniors who have been tremendous ambassadors of the Olympus community. Will you please turn your attention down to the track around the 50-yard line and join our head coach, Brandon Burt, and his staff as we recognize these 25 student athletes who are joined by their parents on this special night. But first, Coach Burt and his players would also like to recognize the significant contribution to Olympus football from the best training staff in the state. Under the incredible support from Dr. Cole Taylor and around sports medicine trainers Mike Everett and Aaron McFarland are exceptional. Our student athletes are fortunate to have you on our team. Thank you, Mike and Aaron. All right, fans, our first senior tonight. Let's give some love to number 1, our kicker, Asher Gubler. Asher's joined tonight by his parents, Dave and Aaron Gubler. Next up, please welcome number 2, free safety, Sam Toronto. Escorted by his parents, Adam and Jenny Toronto. Fans, welcome number 3, running back and safety, Jack Evans. Joined tonight by his parents, Casey and Amy Evans. Here he comes, wearing number 4, our quarterback. Please welcome James Whitehead. Jimmers escorted tonight by his parents, Aaron and Julie Whitehead. Wearing number 5, wide receiver and strong safety, Nate Holberg. Nate is joined by his parents, John and Alyssa Holberg. Our quarterback, wearing number 6 and wide receiver, please welcome Max Rice. Max is joined tonight by his parents, Nick and Jamie Rice. Wearing number 10, our cornerback and wide receiver, please welcome James Schlendorf. James is joined by his parents, David and Jennifer Schlendorf. That linebacker, wearing number 12, Ryder Birdsley. Ryder is joined tonight by his parents, Ryan and Brianne Birdsley. Wearing number 14, our wide receiver, Caden Lloyd. Caden joined tonight by Matt and Bridget Lloyd. At quarterback, number 19, Kenny Oswald. Kenny is escorted by his parents, Kyle and Amy Oswald. wide receiver, wearing number 21, Tommy Nelson. Tommy joined by Ryan and Sarah Nelson. At linebacker, wearing number 22, Nate Sheets. Please welcome with Nate, his parents, Jim and Andrea Sheets. His brother linebacker, wearing number 26, shows the love for Brady Wolfenbarger. Brady joined tonight by Brady and Haley Wolfenbarger. All right, students, get loud for our defensive end, number 49, Thomas Malga. Thomas joined tonight by his parents, T and Christine Malga. At defensive tackle, wearing number 52, Kingston Nugent. Joined tonight with Kingston, his parents, Adam Nugent and Jenny Ann Nugent. Our center, wearing number 67, please welcome Mason Ontiveros. Mason joined tonight by Coach Dan and Linda Ontiveros. Also at center, wearing number 68, please welcome Jordan Kindersley. Jordan joined tonight by his parents, Travis and Nikki Kindersley. At offensive tackle, wearing number 72, please welcome Jack Sorensen. Jack is joined by his parents this evening, Tyler Sorensen and Kimberly Sorensen. Wearing number 74, our offensive tackle, Wes Gee. Wes is escorted tonight by his parents, Ryan and Jessica Gee. All right, let's give some love to number 75, also offensive tackle, Max Harder. Max is joined tonight by his parents, Larry and Elizabeth Harder. And number 77, also offensive tackle, Jack Booth. Jack joined tonight by his parents, Justin and Mindy Booth. All right, fans, you've been waiting for him. Number 78, and offensive guard, Logan Akinoa. Logan is escorted tonight by his mom, Sal. At defensive tackle, wearing number 82, please welcome Ian Cox. Ian is escorted by his parents, Jason and Leslie Cox. Wearing number 88, our defensive tackle, Nathan Steve. Nathan is joined by his parents, Scott and Allison Steve. All right, fans, wearing number 89, at defensive tackle, please welcome Matthew Alstrom. Matthew joined tonight by his parents, Matthew Senior and Bonnie Alstrom. Thank you, seniors, for your positive impact at Olympus High School. Never Olympus. Seniors, if you want to gather in front of the Blue Arch for a group photo, please do so. Move to center field there. We'll get a picture with the great Steve. Fans, let's hear it one more time for your class of 2025 seniors. Thank you, seniors, for your phenomenal contribution to Olympus High School. And now, fans, as the players head to the locker room, thank you, seniors. Head on into the locker room for an incredible pep talk today, Coach Burt. Now, fans, if you will, please keep your attention to the Blue Arch. We'd like to recognize this year's seniors cheer team members. We'll announce their names at halftime, but Olympus Footballs appreciates the support and love our cheer team brings to each game. Thank you, cheer team. Thank you, cheers to you for all you do for Olympus football. And now, fans, Olympus football would like to recognize our senior drill team members from the Olympians. Fans, please welcome Captain Izzy Jakey, historian Ellie Stevenson, and Jaden Graham. Thank you, drill team. And now, fans, we'd also like to welcome and show some love to our senior detail members. Please recognize Stevenson, Jane Walker, Rachel Prophet, Aaron Rice, Amelia Paxton, Elle Wood, Kendra Clements, and Macy Lapierre. Thank you, Tito. Fans, tonight's Olympus Titans football game is proudly sponsored by Grim Properties, your trusted full-service residential property management company, specializing along Salt Lake's East Bench. If you're tired of spending your nights and weekends managing your rental property, let Grim Properties show you how stress-free investment property ownership can be. From wet collection to handling emergency repairs, Grim Properties takes the stress out of being a landlord so you can enjoy the freedom you deserve. Whether you're already renting out your property or just considering it, Grim Properties is here to maximize your profits and minimize your headaches. Your property is their priority. Thank you, Grim Properties, for supporting tonight's senior night. Visit grimutah.com today.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into a cool and gloomy Mark H. Manning Stadium as football weather is finally set in as this season, regular season, is coming to an end. Tonight we bring you the 60th edition of the Battle of the Rock between the Olympus Titans and Skyline Eagles, in addition to senior night at Olympus. I'm Lucas Pierce.
And I'm Miles Pierce.
Now let's get into what to expect tonight and how these teams have navigated through this season. As mentioned earlier, one of Utah high school football's more heated rivalries writes its next chapter tonight in the Battle of the Rock. Olympus leads the all-time series 30-28-1 and have been incredibly dominant recently, as the winner of this game gets the traveling trophy of the Rock, which is painted in colors of schools of the winning team. This Rock hasn't left the grounds of Olympus High School for 7 years. Skyline will be out for revenge tonight after last year's beatdown at Skyline, where they lost 48-0. Over the last 7 years, this rivalry hasn't been close as a rivalry might be. Olympus has been in control of this series, winning 7 straight matchups against Skyline. No matter where the game is played, though, the Titans seem to always show up, whereas the Eagles do not. And for this season for Olympus, they started out 1-3, and ever since that heartbreaking loss to West, 40-38, the Titans have looked like a completely different team, bulldozing nearly every team that comes their way. The defense looks like a force to be reckoned with. The offense has put up an insane number of points. That game versus West has certainly sparked a flame inside the Titans, which has come the perfect time as we go into the playoffs. As for Skyline, it has been a very forgettable season. A 1-8 record with their singular win coming against a 2A squad in Summit Academy. Nothing has been working for the Eagles on either side of the ball. They can't throw the ball or run the ball. Along with an awful 2024, Skyline has won just one game since the start of last season. It has been a rough 2 years for the Eagles, and tonight they will try to build on something for the future. Now we're going to send it over to Miles for the keys to the game tonight.
Thank you, Lucas. I'll start with Olympus. On the defensive side, Olympus has to keep doing what they've been doing over their 4-game win streak. Led by Jack Evans and Ryder Birdsley, Olympus hasn't allowed more than 10 points in a game over this time. It seems that the 48-38 loss to West early on in the year has propelled this defense to greatness.
And now we're going to pause for the national anthem.
Thank you, Julia. Now, offensively, the Titans need to throw the ball early and aggressively. Quarterback Max Rice has been incredible since replacing Luke Esperson early in the year, throwing for over 1,500 yards, averaging 191 passing yards per game, with a total of 16 touchdowns on the year. Starting the game quick offensively is key for the Titans in order to run away with this game. Now for Skyline. Defensively, the Eagles have to find somehow, some way to stop the high-flying Olympus offense. Their defense has been atrocious this season, allowing an average of 38 points a game. Skyline has to find a way to keep this game close. You never know with these rivalries, so Skyline might be able to pull off the upset. On the offensive side, the Eagles have to try something new. The passing game has been awful all year, using 5 different quarterbacks, and the run game has never seemed to get into a rhythm. They have only scored 14 or more points in one game. If you didn't know, it's pretty hard to win games if your offense can't score. So unless the Eagles find a spark, they could be in for a long night.
Thank you, Miles. Those are all great points right there, and it really highlights the mismatch in this game. Olympus is far and away the better team, and you can't say it'll be a good one, I guess. Olympus has the talent to run away with this one, as Skyline hasn't won more than one game in 2 years. So this game is a mismatch, and Olympus should be able to get score early and often in this one. I'd also like to say tonight for 2 or 3 games, and with that, we'd also like to thank our great statistician Jared Larson, who's always giving us stats for Olympus and always giving us everything we need to broadcast these events. And tonight for Skyline, we're likely to see 2 quarterbacks. One of them will be Jonah Miley. This season, he is 9 for 18, and he has also been a dangerous runner who has 50 carries and 208 yards. We'll have to see what Skyline does on offense, but as you said, nothing is working.
Yeah. And for Olympus, they've got to keep their offense going. Max Rice has been incredible, as I mentioned before, using the wide receivers, Tommy Nelson. He's just been great. That connection has been pretty good the last.
Max Rice has built an incredible connection with his receivers. You are right. Especially when you came in, you'd think it would be Caden Lloyd who really runs the offense on the wide receiver side, but the emergence of Tommy Nelson and Luke Campbell have really been great for this Titan offense, as it looks like they will be receiving after the coin toss tonight, and their offense will get a chance to go up very quickly.
Yeah, I think it's really important that the Titans start out the scoring early, keep the just to run away with this game.
You don't want to give Skyline any hope in these rivalry games. The biggest thing you see is the favorite tends to come out sluggish. I guess they think they're going to win maybe, and you see the underdog into it later in the game. These rivalry games can be tricky, but as long as Olympus gets ahead, they should be okay, because Skyline can't score. They are averaging 8 points a game this year.
Yeah, one of the things with this rivalry is the team that builds the most momentum and gets their student section involved is really the team that comes out stronger against the other.
And that's good for Olympus because they are at home with the larger student section. Skyline has some students coming, but of course it's not as big as it would be if they were at home. And it looks like we are getting set to go. Skyline will be kicking off tonight, and Olympus will be receiving.
As the Titans take the field, we get ready for kickoff.
Looks like number 69 is kicking off for the Eagles tonight. Should be interesting to see what Skyline does here. They have quite a large, as their roster is full of players who have seen limited time. It's a short kickoff, and it will be received right at the 15-yard line by Nate Sheets, it looks like, and he'll return it to the 29-yard line. So good starting field position for Olympus.
Yeah, good return, setting up the offense well.
Good return. As Nate Sheets isn't a returner usually. That was a really short kick. And now the Olympus offense will come out and they'll try to score quickly. Max Rice leading them onto the field. This season he has been spectacular, as mentioned earlier. He is averaging 191.5 yards per game. He has 16 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Just an incredible ratio right there.
Yeah, he really is a leader of this offense, and no one really expected that to be at the start of the year.
Max Rice looking to take the snap. He hands it off to Jack Evans, who's looking to go to the outside. He gets around the defender, and he has room up to the 40, and he's at the 50. 40, he's gone. 30, 20, 10, touchdown Titans. That was quick. They did exactly what they needed to do as Evans rushed to the end zone.
What a play to start senior night for Jack Evans. An incredible run, and the Titans have done exactly what they had to do. One play, 6 or 7 points. It's a great start.
And Evans was just faster than the entire defense of Skyline right there. And that's the quick start for the Titans, and great for Jack Evans, too. He's been fantastic for the Titans on offense and defense. Goobler's extra point is up and good, and your Olympus Titans, 19 seconds into the game, are up 7-0.
That Skyline defense has no idea what hit them.
I mean, for Skyline, they desperately needed to stop early, but I think that run is a sign of things to come. You're going to see Olympus win by a lot tonight.
It'll be interesting to see if Skyline answers back or gives any fight at all after such a deflated drive for the Titans.
And that rushing touchdown is really big for the Titans because they haven't rushed the ball much at all. You think of them as an air raid offense. This year they're only averaging 53.5 yards rushing per game, and they're already ahead of that, as that was a 61-yard touchdown by Evans. And so Asher Goobler will be kicking off from the 40-yard line. Skyline has 2 receivers down near the end zone to receive. Goobler's been pretty good this year getting that ball into the end zone for a touchback. Goobler's kick is up, and that will be a touchback. And now coming onto the field is the Olympus defense. They are led by Nate Sheets and Lincoln Ames, who have been fantastic this year.
Yeah, the defense really has been the story of their last 4 games, not allowing more than 10 points in any of those games. They've just been extremely dominant pretty much all season long.
On the season, they're averaging 16.4. Mentioned they have been incredible ever since that Brighton game when they held to 0 points is when you really felt the switch in the. And now Skyline, they hike the ball, they hand it off. It's a bit of a toss, and Olympus is right there at the line of scrimmage to tackle. Looks like starting for Skyline at quarterback is Anthony Salazar.
Interesting pick. Skyline has gone through like an absurd amount of quarterbacks just trying to find some way to get the offense going, and we'll see how this translates tonight.
And I apologize if I can't get the names of the players very quickly. The gold on the Skyline jerseys is really hard to see, but we're going to do our best. We're going to get through it. Salazar hands it off again. Not much running room right there as the Olympus defensive line holds the running back to a 2-yard game, and it'll be 3rd and 8.
Olympus run defense is already showing how dominant they are, not allowing like 2 or 3 yards this drive already. Now forcing Skyline to have to throw the ball.
And you really saw it was that Brighton game again where we saw their run defense really turn into a juggernaut. They have not allowed teams to run the ball very easily. Salazar is joined in the backfield by a running back. He takes the ball, he's looking to pass. He has a receiver open, and it is overthrown.
Yeah.
The intended receiver right there was Peyton Carter.
Really good start for the Titans defense. It wanted to do, establish the momentum and dominance.
They'll have great field position.
Back to receive the punt, number 10, Gage Schwarber.
Here comes the punt. It looks like it's bobbled, and it is blocked. Olympus takes it at the 9-yard line. They will have the ball in the red zone, 1st and goal.
Yeah, what a play by Nate Sheets. Special teams is part of the way that the Titans are going to win this game. Skyline is just completely out of sorts. First a ginormous run for Olympus, and now a blocked punt that puts him inside the 10.
And Olympus has done a great job blocking punts and field goals this year, specifically Nate Sheets. Nate Sheets has been able to get back there consistently. He even had one against Provo, which was returned for a touchdown. So now Olympus is inside the 10-yard line, and they score in one play again. Rice is going to pass. He has Tommy Nelson open. Touchdown, Titans. That was quick, and they are up 13-0, less than 2 minutes into this one.
2 plays, 2 touchdowns is exactly how the Titans wanted to start offensively. Again, that Max Rice to Tommy Nelson connection works out again.
You could not that up any better for the Titans. I mean, how many times are you going to see 2 touchdowns in 2 plays by the offense? Gubler getting ready to kick the extra point. It is up, and it is good. So your Olympus Titans on this cool senior night are up 14-0, and we still have 10 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in this first quarter.
Titans have completely caught the Eagles off guard. They have no idea what hit them, and I don't know if they even have a response.
I mean, the mismatch in this game is pretty incredible. Skyline has been blown out a lot this year, but I don't know if they have faced a start from their opponent this quickly, scoring 2 touchdowns in 2 plays by the offense. I mean, Tommy Nelson was one-on-one on that touchdown right there, and there was like no challenge from the cornerback. So Olympus is kicking off again for the 2nd time in this game.
Let's see how the defense comes out again. Let's see if they come out fast like they did last drive.
You would assume they would after the way Skyline looked. It's a short kick, and Skyline is going to fall on it. They'll get it at the 31-yard line. Interesting strategy by Olympus right there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they were trying to do. If they were trying to onside kick it and catch Skyline off guard, or just a bad kick.
Olympus feels so good about themselves that they're doing onside kicks with 2 onside kicks 2 minutes into this game. So it looks like Will Black is starting at quarterback right now. He hands it off, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a gain of 1 yard.
Yeah, 2 drives, 2 different quarterbacks for Skyline. I wonder if they're going to see either just back and forth, or we're going to see even more options come into play.
And as you can see, the student section let off a whole bunch of baby powder. Is now traveling across the stadium. Skyline taking their time right now. Will Black is going to take it. It looks like a running back is behind him. Black takes it. He hands it off. There's no room to run again. And the ball may have come out right there. The Olympus defense is signaling that they have it, but he is down. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, the defense. The O-line the running back had 0 time thanks to his O-line.
So it'll be 3rd, and it'll be now 3rd and 11 for line at the 31-yard line. They desperately need to score here. They cannot afford to go 3 and out. Will Black has it. He's looking to pass, and he's nearly sacked, but he is going to be tackled at the 30-yard line. Great pursuit right there. Thomas Mauga on the tackle.
Yeah, the Skyline offense has to try something new. They can't run the ball the first 2 downs and set themselves up in 3rd and longs. Just not really a great situation for your quarterback to be in.
So Skyline is punting this time. They're going to attempt to have a better punt this time, where they actually punt it. And Olympus nearly gets it. That's a good punt to Schlendorf. He has it. He takes it. He fumbles, but he gets it back.
Really good that Olympus recovered that one, because you don't want to give Skyline real position.
Recovered by the Titans. Ball on the 40-yard line. 'Cause 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 Touching 39-yard line. First down, Olympus.
All right, Olympus Evans, he's going off to the side, and he'll be tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a gain of about, I'm sorry, excuse me, a loss of about 2 yards.
A loss of 2 on the run. Ball got to the 37-yard line.
The Olympus offense didn't get off to as quite of a hot start as they did the other 2 drives, but let's see what happens.
Too bad they couldn't score a touchdown in 3 offensive plays, 3 touchdowns, but you know, they're not going to do that every game. Max Rice has it. He's looking to pass. He's going deep. He has Tommy Nelson up the sideline, and he's done. Touchdown, Titans. Incredible start by the Olympus offense, and they're up 20-0 already.
Man, 4 offensive plays, 3 touchdowns. That's exactly what you want.
Tommy Nelson was double covered right there, and he just outran them. Beautiful pass by Rice. And Olympus is just pouring it on early. We thought this game was going to be a blowout. This is worse than I think anybody could have expected.
20 points in not even 5 minutes is incredible.
Goobler's kick is up, and it is good. Your Titans are up 21-0, and just incredible. The 21 points happening so fast. Crazy.
Skyline is yet to get a first down, so offense has got to get going.
Again, as you mentioned earlier in this game, if you can't score, you can't win. And Skyline has to put up 21 points. Their highest total this year was putting up 33 points against in a two-way school.
Ended with a Rice to Nelson touchdown.
It's really interesting to see the downfall of the Skyline Eagles. Our dad went to Skyline, right? He said that every year he was up there, they went up to state. So
yeah, what a change of events. A dominant force in the 90s, and now look where they are. 1 win in 2 years.
Now Olympus is looking good as well, and they're going to get into the playoffs. They're going to get a bye too. Skyline has it. He's going to take it at the 1 yard line, and he has no. He'll be tackled at around inside the 20 yard line. Looks like the 18 yard line, and the Skyline offense will have it right there.
Kickoff received by Skyline. Ceiling. Brings it back to the 18-yard line.
So the Olympus defense is back on the field. They have not been tested at all.
This has been light work for them.
So Will Black is back at quarterback. He's looking to pass on first down this time. He has a receiver. He's open. That was Diego Langberg right there. That'll be a gain of 5 or 6 yards.
Good for Skyline starting out the drive quick. Like the other 2 drives, just run, and then a pass. Now we're starting out quick.
That's right. You got to mix in the passing game at some point. Those short routes could prove big for Skyline. They will have 2nd and 4. Again, they're taking their time. They have it right at the 25-yard line. There are 2 backers, and now 1 backer after 1 motion's out. Will Black hands it off, and he will be stopped right at the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Titans.
Yeah, now they're in a much manageable 3rd down rather than having 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. It's 3rd and 3, so very manageable.
And now they get the chance to run the ball here too, which is big for their offense.
Especially considering in the other 3rd and longs, Olympus just the ball.
Stop by across the Titans. 3rd down, Eagles.
Will Black is in the backfield. He's joined by 1 running back with him to his right. He's getting ready to take the snap. He gets it. He's looking to pass. It's a short route, but he'll be behind the line to gain. It looks like he's tackled at the 20-yard line, and that'll be 4th down for Skyline. What do they do here?
I would tend to think that they're going to go for it. I mean, you're down by 21 points in the first quarter. Although you are back behind your 30, if you don't get something going right now, then the game's pretty much over.
It's really, what are you going to lose here from going for it? You're already down by so much. And it looks like maybe they're just going to try and draw Olympus off sides as Black moves back into the shotgun formation. Looks like with him is Jonah Miley. Black passes it, and he passes it. He had an open receiver. That was Langberg again, but he drops it, and Olympus gets great field position.
Yeah, I really like the play call, going aggressive on 4th and 1. You had the right matchup. He just couldn't pull it in.
And it was a good pass by Black, too, right there. Hit him right in the hands. That needs to be caught for Skyline. And now Olympus, I mean, they're already up 21-0. Let's see what they do here. Rice is in the backfield. He's joined by Jack Evans to his right. Rice is looking to pass. He's going to go deep. He's got Caden Lloyd, but it's just a little overthrown. Lloyd wasn't quite there, and it is 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the Olympus O-line gave Rice just enough time, and the guy was open, just couldn't locate the pass.
You're seeing how much faster Olympus is, though. They are able to beat the Skyline defensive backs so easily.
Yeah, one of my keys to the game: start quickly and throw the ball, and that's exactly what they've done.
I don't think they could have started any more quickly than they did.
Yeah.
Rice has it. He fakes the handoff. He's got Tommy Nelson, and the pass is just a little, is not off target. And it was an inaccurate pass, went out of bounds, and it's 3rd and 10 for the Titans.
Back-to-back not great passes from Rice after having 2 incredible ones in the first 2 drives.
Looks like the defensive line rush right there got to him a little bit. It could have been blocked, but just had to sidearm it, and it went a little too far from Tommy Nelson's reach. Rice has it. He's alone in the backfield, and he has room to run. He's going to pass it instead, and it is an incomplete pass. It hit the Skyline defensive back right in the back, and Gubler's coming on for the field goal.
Yeah, really good scrambling out of the pocket from Rice. He had a guy open once again, but just hit off the back of the Skyline secondary.
And even then, he probably could have run for it and at least gotten close to first down, but he chose to pass it. It's worked so far. Tommy Nelson was open, just needs to be a little bit farther.
Yeah, if you get close enough to the first down marker, then it's 4-down territory. And you
go with a 21-point lead. I don't know if they would have gone for it. Gubler's kick is up, and it is good. That's a nice kick by Gubler right there. He has had a great season kicking for the Titans, and they are up 24-0 early in this one.
Yeah, Goob's been pretty reliable, making 25 of the 28 point-after touchdowns and 11 of the 17 field goals.
That's now 12 of his 18 field goals after that one. And that's now 28 of his 31 extra points. And so Olympus is up here early, and we'll have to see what they do here. You have to assume their defense is going to be able to stop the Skyline once again. Skyline just can't get anything going. The quality of athlete in this game is just so different from one another. Olympus is just so much better. It's hard. It'll be hard to see Skyline getting back into this one.
Skyline hasn't really shown much fight. They're basically letting Olympus have all the momentum.
Definitely tell why they are a 1-8 team. As Gubler's kick is up, and it is going into the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Another great kick from Gubler.
He's been very reliable this year, being able to get the kickoff into the end zone for touchbacks, and then also kicking field goals and point after touchdowns. And so the Olympus defense is back on the field. Skyline will get the ball at the 20-yard line, and we'll have to see what they do here. They are just lost on offense right now. And Olympus is starting their I Believe That We Will Win chant for the third time tonight as they spill baby powder out. They're having the time of their lives out there.
Not common you see them chanting, I believe that we will win, before the first quarter even ends.
And Skyline takes far too long to get out onto the field after a touchback, and they'll have to use a timeout. That just symbolizes their season right there.
Yeah. Inconsistency on offense, being awful at defense. Can't even get to the line in time. Just not very good.
That's just fundamentals right there. You need to be able to get out onto the field, especially after a touchback when the play clock is reset to 40 seconds and you get out there to the field. But the Titans will take the break, and they're going to head back out onto the field. Will Black is in the shotgun once again. He is joined by Sione Tapua. He's looking to pass. He's under pressure. Lincoln Ames right there, and he escapes, and he's off and running. He'll be down at the 27-yard line, tackled from behind.
Yeah, great scramble from Will Black. Olympus defense was not prepared. Gave him enough room to run for it.
But Olympus's defensive line has been able to get to the backfield a good amount of times in this game. That should signal success for the rest of the game. They've already had success too. They're 4 wide, 1 backer in the backfield with Black. He's looking to pass. He throws it, and it is a short route. Doesn't look like that'll get Skyline the first down. That is caught by Jonah Miley right there. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, another 3rd and short. Really gives Skyline as many options as they want. Because as you saw last drive, they already went for it around this part of the field. So if they don't get it, I would expect them to go for it again.
And I really like them doing those just short out routes. It gets them a little bit of momentum, and it gets them some yards. I wouldn't be surprised to see it here, but I also wouldn't be surprised to see him hand it off to Tapua. Black has it. He's looking to pass. He's under pressure by Nate Sheets, and he goes down at the 20-yard line. Excuse me, the 22-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Skyline brings on the punt team.
Yeah, just like you said earlier, that defensive line has been able to get into the backfield and get sacks and get tackles for loss, just like what they've been doing.
And excuse me, on that sack, it was Ian Cox, not Nate Sheets. But nonetheless, Olympus gets the sack, and they're going to get the ball right back. The question is, can they make it 31 points in the first quarter? We'll have to see. They punted away. It looks like it went off the back of one of the Skyline players. An odd punt right there. Olympus is able to get out of the way, and they'll have it right at the 47-yard line of the Eagles.
Yeah, more great field position for the Titans. That's where the offense excels.
And it looks like there is a flag on the play. Looks like they're going to get Olympus for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty based on the way the refs were interacting with the coach.
After the play, there's a penalty marker on the field.
Looks like Coach Burt right there, happy about it. He's in his 2nd year, and he has seen a lot of success. In both of them, they've rebounded really well, and you can see in both years they're hitting their stride right as the end of the season comes around.
So that'll push back the Titans' good field position until about 38.
3 wide receivers. Just to the right, looks like Luke Campbell and Tommy Nelson to your left. He's going to hand it off to Evans, who has a bit of a hole. He'll get to the 39-yard line, 40-yard line around there, and on for the Titans. And they are in no rush. They are just fine letting that clock run down.
That's why it was important to get out to a hot start, because now you just ball a lot and let the clock go down.
Rice has it unexpected. He gets it off to Evans on the screen. He has some room. Ball down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Titans.
That looks to be definitely a good play, and maybe the first down, if he just wouldn't have tripped.
Picked up by the turf.
And so it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Titans. What do they do here?
The 38-yard line. Third down, Olympus.
I'd like to see them do like and get the first down or get it into 4th and man.
You have to think if it's 4th down, though, they will punt. But we'll see. Rice is rolling out. He's under some pressure. He moves up the middle. He's looking to run for it. He's not going to get there by Skyline as they tackle him out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
So you'd expect Olympus to punt now. Already having a 24-0 lead. Not really much more to do.
And interestingly enough, it looks like the offense is staying out on the field. Right here, you always have to be careful of a pooch punt by Jack Evans. It looks like they are in that formation. So 10 seconds left on the play clock. They are moving into the formation. There are 5 seconds left. Can they get the snap off? They do. Evans punts it away. He's been great at that punt this year, and they'll punt it out of bounds. Skyline will have not great field hit it at the 19-yard line, it looks like. Looked like that punt went a little more out of bounds, and that's generous field position for the Titans.
Skyline deep is really important for the defense, not giving them much wiggle room in the backfield.
So this game, Olympus came off an incredibly hot start. They scored a touchdown. They scored 3 touchdowns in 4 offensive plays. Since then, they've cooled down a bit, but now, but their defense is still holding strong. Skyline hasn't been able to get anything going.
As you can see, the Skyline student section quickly filled in. They have much to cheer for.
It'll be a long night for them. That's a low snap right there. He has some time. It's a high throw, great catch by the receiver right there, and it'll be at the 24-yard line. Looks like on the catch was Luke Fry right there. And so it'll be 2nd down for the Eagles at the 24-yard line. Black was able to get some time right there, and he didn't throw a great pass right there. It was a little bit high, but great catch by Fry.
I'd like to see more of those short passes from the Skyline offense. That's what's been working and helping.
Olympus is jumping around on defense there, and it looks like it's a false start. Not really sure what happened there. It's probably a false start, everybody but the center. And Skyline's just all out of sorts right now.
Yeah, those fundamental mistakes is what killed them all year.
Once again, taking their time. That clock is rolling down. See if they snap it here. They have the option to take it to the second quarter if they choose. Black has it. He hands it off. No room to run. Nate Sheets right there. It'll be 3rd and long for Skyline when we start up this second quarter. At the end of one, it is up 24-0 on over the Skyline Eagles. 60th edition of the Battle of the Rock. What stood out to you in that first quarter right there, Miles?
I mean, the offense, for sure. Starting out quick, 21 points in under 5 minutes is what really asserted dominance. And their defense and special teams. First the block punt, and Skyline hasn't gotten a first down yet. So the defense has done exactly what they wanted to do, and the offense has been capitalizing off of that.
And this is exactly what Olympus needs going into the playoffs right here. They need a game like this where they can just breeze through. If they continue on this pace, you're likely to see starting the second half. And then you're able to get to the playoffs very good, as they will have a bye. It's also big for Olympus right here, as if they get this win, hold on to this win, they will get a share of the 5A Region 6 title with right, interestingly enough. All those teams are 5-1. West and Olympus meet right, and right meet West. So it's been a great in Region 6 for the Titans right now.
I don't think anybody could have the surge of Olympus after a 1-3 start and benching their starting quarterback. This has been incredible.
Things looked a little bit lost at the start of the season, but things really turned around. And if you notice about the start of the season, even while they were playing Esperson, they had a whole bunch of close. They were right there. They just couldn't put it away.
Yep.
And now Black has it. He's looking to pass. He's under pressure. Lincoln Ames takes him down at the 15-yard line. And the Eagles will be punting once again. They still haven't crossed the 50. They still haven't gotten a tracking that tonight, as that could be interesting.
Skyline is just completely out of sorts. They can't do anything. Not getting first downs. Can't just giving Olympus the ball back.
So they'll be punting once again. James Schlendorf is back to return at the Eagles' 45-yard line. He backs up a little bit, and it's an odd punt once again. Schlendorf takes it. Despite it being odd, it was a really good punt. Schlendorf didn't get an opportunity to return it, and the Titans will have it at their own 41-yard line. We've seen a wide variety of punts tonight from the Skyline Eagles. One was bobbled and blocked. There was a few where Olympus almost touched it, but they didn't, and they were able to hold on to the ball, and then that one just. Rice is in the backfield. He hands it off to Evans. He has a hole at the 40, up to the 50-yard line. Looks like he'll be down at the 49.
What stands out to me is how that offensive line just gives him as much space as he needs to get out of the backfield and run.
And Olympus is going quickly now. They have 4 wide, Evans to the right, and it looks like that was a bit of a false start. They didn't call it. Evans jumps to the outside. He'll have the first down and a little bit more. He'll be down at the 45-yard line. First down for the Titans.
Yeah, Evans has been pretty impressive on offense, definitely running the ball, and then also on defense.
And it's cool to see Evans getting his carries tonight on senior night. He's just been great as an Olympus Titans football player, and it's really showing tonight. Evans has it. Rice has it. He's looking to pass. Tommy Nelson's open. He's got it. Touchdown, Titans. Another deep pass to Tommy Nelson.
Another deep pass from Max Rice to Tommy Nelson.
It's worked every time. Nelson is able to beat the defenders every single time. That happened right in front of the student section, and Olympus is up 30-0 quickly in this one. And it looks like the refs are calling it back, much to the dismay of the Olympus coaching staff. Players' favorite play.
Yeah, especially me.
Everyone loves that jet touch pass. Work to get the Titans 4 yards right there. 4 wideouts once again. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Rice takes the snap. He hands it off to Evans once again, and he has a hole. He's going to go around the defenders. That'll be a first down and more, up to the 30-yard line.
Another great run from Jack Evans. I mean, do you expect anything less? He's just been incredible.
He has to be up to at least 100 rushing yards already. So it looks like he stepped out of bounds at the 34-yard line instead of the 30. Nonetheless, it's a first down for the Titans, as Skyline just can't stop anything, whether it's a deep pass or a long run. Rice is alone in the backfield. He gets it to Luke Campbell up the sideline. He's at the 25-yard line.
The play calling has been immaculate for this Olympus offense. Skyline has no idea. They have no idea what's coming.
And really, Olympus is so good that nearly anything will work. And it looks like that's a timeout for Skyline. They will have 1 left after this one, and their defense desperately needs a breather. They have been on the field all game, it feels like.
Yeah, their offense is definitely not giving them any favors. Having not getting the first down, can't extend drives on 4th down. Just nothing's working.
And so just to note, coming into this game, Olympus was ranked 6th in the RPI. which would give them a first-round bye and a home game on November 1st. In the second round of these playoffs, they would get a home game, it looks like, if they're able to move up into the 1 through 4 range of the RPI, which is just a computer ranking system to sort out the playoff seeding for Utah high school football. If they're able to get up to the 1 through 4 range, they would host 2 games, the first in the second round and third round. And it'll be interesting to see if they are able to get up to Rice-Eccles Stadium for the second time this season. Rice has it, he's looking deep, he has time in the pocket, he's throwing it up, and there's no shot. Caden Lloyd didn't have much room in the end zone, and it was just a little overthrown.
Rice didn't really have much time, so I can tell why he just heaved it into the back of the end zone.
Second down, Olympus.
So the Titans will have 2nd and 10. They've been in 2nd and 10 a lot more since their first 3 offensive drives, but you have to expect that. Now Rice has it. He gives it to Caden Lloyd on the slant. He has some room at the 10-yard line. At the 5, touchdown, Caden Lloyd. And your Titans are now up 30-0. Didn't matter that the first touchdown to Tommy Nelson on this drive was negated. They were able to get it to Lloyd, and his speed got him to the end zone.
Yeah, what stands out to me on that play is the blocking by Luke Campbell. He manhandled 2 guys to allow him to score.
And again, we talk about this Olympus receiving corps. They have been so good this year, whether it's catching passes, getting separation from the defensive backs, and blocking too. They put together some great punts. Olympus is able to get those explosive plays a lot. The point after touchdown is up, and it is good. Your Titans are up 31-0 with 9:27 left in the second quarter. You could not have asked for a better start for the Titans, it seems like. And Skyline, they just have no answer, and they probably won't tonight.
I think pretty much everybody knew coming into this game that it wasn't really going to be close. I figured that Skyline would put a little fight to start the game, and then Olympus would run away with it, but it's been all Olympus since the game started.
That's really the most jarring thing. You know, coming into this game, you know Skyline is a 1-8 team, but just the form in which Olympus just looks so much better, it's wild to watch in real time.
Yeah, this game does not feel like a rivalry right now.
Right now, actually, Olympus and Brighton feel like more of a rivalry. I know the history with this game is much bigger than than the Olympus rivalry with Brighton, but right now the games are just so much more competitive with Brighton that it feels like more of a rivalry. It always feels like the game means more when Brighton and Olympus play. There's a good chance they play in the playoffs too. We'll have to see how that shakes out. The receiver takes it inside the 10-yard line. He tries to get some room. Up the sideline, he'll be out just past the 20, and Skyline will have the ball.
Once again, I would expect the defense to just come out as the more physical team, win the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much all you got to do.
Alex Brown with your turn. For the Eagles up to the 23-yard line. First down, Skyline.
On that return right there for Skyline was Alex Brown. And again, Skyline has taken a long time to get out onto the field. They're coming out with 14 seconds left on the play clock. Will they be able to get a playoff right here? And he's hurrying. It looks like they just got the playoff. Black throws a screen pass, and there is a flag on the play. We'll have to see what it is. Olympus gang tackles him at the 29-yard line. It'll be second down, depending on what the flag is.
I believe this is holding on Skyline. Pretty obvious call for the refs.
We'll have to see what it is. I think it's holding. I thought they didn't get the snap off, but that would have been, they would have stopped the play before then. Looks like it is holding. Great call right there, Miles.
Yeah, Skyline is not doing themselves any favors. Get a big play, and it's holding.
I mean, that's not even the biggest play either. It's just to be able to get to that second and medium would be huge.
Now they're backed up. first and 15.
Olympus is moving around their defense a little bit. Looks like there's 4 wideouts for Skyline. Will Black is looking to pass, and he's rolling out a little bit. He's under pressure. He gets the ball off, and it's dropped right there by Miley.
And the miscues on offense for these Eagles.
That was a good pass, and Miley had some room to run right there. Just can't happen, especially when you're down 31-0. If you want any chance to come back, you have to get those.
Yeah, Skyline's got to find a way to get their quarterback into a rhythm. They got to get everything working. Got to run the ball to open up the pass game. They can't even run the ball.
And one thing that's interesting, they haven't been able to get their quarterback into a rhythm because they've changed quarterbacks so much this year. Now Will Black takes it. He's rolling out. He has some open receivers. He gets it, but it is thrown at his feet, and that'll be 3rd down.
That holding call on 1st down is looking to be killer because once again, a 3rd and long for Skyline.
Gonzalez was the open receiver right there. Was good defense by Olympus too. It was James Schlendorf right there in under coverage, or doing coverage right there. So it's 3rd and long for Skyline early in this one. We'll have to see what they do here. Do they go deep? Do they throw it short? Will Black is looking. He has an open receiver, but it is incomplete. Good. Can't say he was open, I guess. It was good defense by Nate Sheets right there, and Skyline's going to punt once again.
Going back to James Schlendorf on that play before, he's had himself quite the year. 44 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 interception. He's been lights out.
In addition to that, too, he has been great on the punt and kickoff returns. He has returned some for a touchdown, I believe. I know at least one of them was called back for a penalty as well, but he's been great. That's a good punt by Skyline. Schlendorf not able to return it, but the Titans will have good field position at the 41-yard line.
Skyline's offense has got to find a way to move the ball. Giving Olympus really good field position past midfield is not ideal for your defense.
So Max Rice and the offense trots out onto the field once again. We'll have to see if they go conservative here. I would assume not, but we'll see. They hand it off to Evans. He doesn't have much room to run. He'll be tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
One of the rare times this game that the defense has been able to stop Jack Evans.
He's already over 100 yards too. That's good by Skyline. And that needs to happen more often for them.
Tackle made by the Eagles. Carson Stewart, 2nd down, Titans.
So Olympus with a 2nd and 10 right at the 41-yard line. Still Rice is looking to pass. He's looking to go relatively deep, and it goes right through Tommy Nelson's hands. Will be 3rd down.
Pretty great ball placement from Max Rice. Just Tommy Nelson couldn't get the ball.
Looks like he may have been disrupted by the 2 Skyline defenders right there. Nonetheless, it is 3rd down, 3rd and long. Be interesting to see what the Titans do here if they do get close to that 1st down market, I would assume. I don't know if they're in field goal range necessarily, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if they get there first. Rice is under a bit of pressure. He just throws it away. Looks like there's a flag on the play. It's a red flag, interestingly enough.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the call is.
I have to say, I have never seen a red penalty flag thrown at a football game. And we just got word that it is a pink it is a pink flag right there. It is in honor of breast cancer awareness. That's a great movement by the Utah High School Athletic Association right there. Honor those breast cancer victims and survivors. So it will be 4th down for the Titans. Looks like they are going to line up in that punt formation. And usually how you recognize that is you're going to see 2 wide receivers on both sides. with the two on the far sides up close and the two closer to the offensive linemen up, and now you see them moving into it. Jack Evans will punt it right here. Evans punts it, and it's a pretty good punt right there. They're going to pin Skyline if they're able to get to it, and it dies right at the 4-yard line. Great punt by Jack Evans. He has been great at that all year. He's able to play defense, he's able to run the ball effectively, and he's able to punt great too.
This has got to be killer for Skyline. They haven't moved the ball, and so if they get another 3 and out, they punt the ball, giving Olympus the ball in great field position once again.
And so Skyline will be backed up deep in their own territory. And we'll have to see what Skyline does here. Again, they're taking a long time to get onto the field as the play clock isn't starting.
Skyline's got to hurry up. 6 seconds left on the play clock.
Again, as we've discussed, they take forever to get out of the huddle. And it looks like it's bobbled right there by Will Black, but he has some room to run. He'll give Skyline some breathing room right there. They will be at the 8 or 9 yard line.
Yeah, Olympus had him in the backfield. Just some missed tackles allowed Skyline to have a little bit more breathing room.
And it's fortunate right there for Skyline or Will Black to hang on to that ball. It looked like there's a bit of miscommunication. He was able to, he bobbled it a little bit, buddy, hang on. But he hung on to it as well, nonetheless. And so they're doing the weird spinny thingy. They get it off to Black in the backfield, and he has no room to run. It'll be 3rd and 5 for Skyline as he gets just back to the line of scrimmage. It's really interesting to see them do the, where they spin around in the backfield. I haven't seen that before.
Well, they're pretty much trying everything because there's not really a way where they catch up, just trying to get something going.
We are still awaiting the first down from Skyline, correct?
Yes.
And it looks like the running back is going to take it this time. Malga's right there to take him down at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, standout defensive end Thomas Malga, as pretty much every defensive player for Olympus, has had an incredible season. 49 tackles and 3 sacks on the year.
That's Jonah Miley right there, who was, I guess, playing in the Wildcat formation or quarterbacking. It's interesting it's hard with the Skyline offense because they've had so many different quarterbacks. As their running back, Miley, has thrown it 18 times this season. He's completed 9 and had 1 interception. So it's just a complete wild card with what you're going to see by this Skyline offense. The punt is up. It's a high one. Looks like Schlendorf is going to not take it on the bounces. It's favorable for Olympus. And Olympus will get it in Skyline territory once again. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 46.
Yeah, much better punt from Skyline here. Pin back inside your own 5, and you get it to about the 50 is what you want to do.
And so now we are seeing a quarterback change as Olympus starts to empty their bench already. Luke Esperson is in at quarterback. He started the year at starting quarterback, was eventually benched. And now Evans has a hole. He's up past the 40-yard line. 1st down. Not quite a 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Jack Evans this entire game is bulldozed the Skyline defense. Wouldn't really surprise me if he keeps this up until they pull him.
And Luke Esperson, as we mentioned, he has started multiple games this year. He is 50 for 94, throwing for 122 yards per game as he hands it off to Evans once again. He gets to the outside, and that'll be a first. Doesn't look like that'll be a 1st down.
Evans with a gain of 6 on the run, pushed out of bounds by Skyline.
Looks like on that first run they gave him the 1st down, and then Evans was able to get another run. It'll make it 2nd and 4, 2nd and 6, somewhere around there for the Titans. Again, Esperson In addition to his stats, he has 5 touchdowns on the year, and he's thrown 3 picks. Last game in some action against Highland, he was 2 for 5 for 20 yards and 1 interception. Evans has it. He's looking to run up the middle once again. Not too much room. He'll be stopped about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd and short for the Titans.
I'm curious to what the Titans are going to do here. Run the ball and let the clock tick down and then attempt a field goal, or they're going to keep being aggressive in the air and get Luke Esperson some reps.
I think it'd be good to get Luke Esperson. I think it's good to get Luke Esperson some reps right here. Let him sling the ball around a little bit. You're up 31-0. You have nothing to lose, and it's good to have a valuable or a serviceable backup to your starting quarterback if you were to get injured. Evans looks like he's going to get to the edge. Not quite at the first down. He'll be 1 yard short. Looked like he had a hole if he went to the inside. He tried to go to the outside instead, and it'll be 4th and 1 for the Titans. What do they do here? Or what do you think they should do here?
In my opinion, I think that they should go for it. Let Esperson throw the ball.
Looks like there is an injured player. Can't quite tell. Looks like it is Jack Evans.
Man, if he's out for a significant amount of time, that's going to be killer for this Olympus offense.
We'll have to see how bad it is. He's just laying on the ground right now, not able to move much. Evans has had a fantastic game so far. He opened this game with a 61-yard touchdown, or a 71-yard touchdown. Really just a quick step on the throat by the Titans to get an early lead. And you would have to hope that he's able to get up and that he'll be okay. But it looks like he's not able to move around much.
Yeah, really hope that he's going to be okay, especially with the playoffs coming up. You're going to need him.
And he's limping heavily right now. It doesn't look good. We'll have to see. We won't know how serious it is for a little bit, but that's one area where the bye in the playoffs could be an advantage. If his injury isn't too long-term, he could be able to get back for the playoffs. We'll have to see, though. We're hoping he's okay.
He seems to be walking off under his own power until, like right now, he got some teammates to help him out.
He's just not able to move his legs very well. Looks like there's a slight limp, or a big limp.
Hope he's okay.
That sucks for him on senior night, too, where he's had such a great game. Looks like it's something with his right leg. But nonetheless, it is 4th down for the Titans. Esperson throws, and it is incomplete. Looks like Keaton Lloyd had it right there, but it was good defense by Skyline. Knocked the ball out, and they will get the ball back.
Yeah, pretty big hit from the Skyline defense. And I actually really do like that play call. You're letting Esperson throw the ball, and he had a guy open. Just a big enough hit caused him to drop it.
You have to wonder if Jack Evans was in there maybe and didn't get hurt, if you maybe would have seen them run up the middle. But and so it looks like it's Will Black and Jonah Maile in the backfield once again. Will Black ready to take the snap. He throws it quickly. It is complete to Langberg right there. And it's a good gain right there for the Eagles.
As I said earlier, these short passes have really been clicking for the Skyline offense.
And Langberg has been a good addition for this Skyline offense. He's had some nice catches tonight. He's looking to throw, and it is a nice, tough hit right there by Schlendorf, and they're going to flag him for that.
3 flags in there after that hit.
That was a rough hit. They're probably going to get him for targeting.
tackle made by James Tucker after a penalty markers on the field.
That was a great place ball by Will Black. Overthrows him and it's probably an interception. Underthrows him and it's also probably an interception.
Yeah, at first I thought that was going to be picked. Thought that was going to be picked by Adam Bywater right there, but was just able to get over. Just able to get it over the head of Bywater right there.
Personal foul charge the Titans. That penalty was marked 15 yards at the end of the play.
And so that is a personal foul penalty on the Titans. Skyline has crossed midfield, and they have gotten their first down of the game.
Yeah, normally it does not take teams this long to get a first down. Normally you get on your first or second drive. It's taken forever for Skyline.
And so he throws it, and it is dropped right there.
He had him wide open. I don't know how you dropped that.
And it was placed right into his arms, and he just wasn't able to get it. So
Last pass intended for Diego, right there. Incomplete.
and so now it'll be 2nd and 10 for Skyline.
Second down Eagles.
So Skyline will have it at the 39-yard line right now. 2nd and 10. Will Black is looking to take the snap. He's done. He does. He's looking to throw. Pump fakes, and Malga gets him in the backfield. Looks like, I think that's the 2nd sack of the day by Malga.
Yeah, Malga has been extremely good for this Olympus defensive line. That's now his 2nd sack on the day, as you mentioned.
And so it will be 3rd and long for the Eagles right there. We'll have to see what they do here. They tried to go deep that once, and Black had the receiver. He just dropped it. So we'll have to see if they try that again. They haven't shown an ability to consistently. As Black is under pressure once again, he throws it, and the receiver is open. It looks like it was dropped, though. A bit of an underthrow by Black as he was under pressure, but nonetheless, it's 4th down for the Eagles, and it looks like they're keeping their offense on the field for right now.
These Skyline receivers have got to find a way to help out Will Black. Not much experience, not much confidence. They got to find a way to help him out.
And so Will Black, it looks like the Eagles are going to go for it. It is 4th and 13. Boy, do they need it right here. He's under pressure. He gets hit, and the receiver isn't able to complete it. And they're going to call another penalty. They can't call that targeting.
Yeah, that was not head-to-head contact. That was with his shoulder. It was a massive hit, but I don't think you can call that for targeting.
No, the refs have got to let some contact go here. I mean, the first one, I guess you could say that Schlendorf lowered his head a little bit, but right there, the hit was to the side. I don't see how you can call targeting right there for just a big hit. And it looks like they are picking up the flag. Never mind, they throw the flag once again. We're not quite sure what's going on right here. It looks like the refs picked up the flag, and then there was yelling by the Olympus sideline, and then so we don't really know what's going on right here. Coach Burr is having a conversation with the refs right now.
I would assume that's why the flag was thrown. The coaches were yelling at the refs.
Now, based on the refs picking up the flag, my guess would be that they waved off the targeting, and then there was some kind of unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Titans. Is that what the ref at the 27-yard line is signaling? And it looks like they are calling both penalties instead. And that's just rough for the Titans. I don't agree with the targeting call. There was no contact to the head right there. It's just a hard hit. You've got to let that slide, but also the coaches, as the coaches were mad, they also drew that unsportsmanlike contact penalty, which can't happen.
Yeah, this is quite uncharacteristic for the defense and the coaches. Like, you got to be better. You have a 31-0 lead, and you're still yelling at the ref. It was a bad call, but you can't do that.
You just don't want to give Skyline opportunities to get back into this game. As Black is under pressure, and that is caught right there at the 6-yard line. That was a great catch and a great pass.
Alex Brown with the reception.
Alex Brown on the reception.
Yeah, really great catch right there.
Thought that was going to be intercepted or batted away for a second, as we are now under 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Olympus is up 31-0. Skyline is threatening as they're in the red zone for the first time tonight.
Yeah, this is an opportunity for Skyline to build some momentum before half.
Will Black is looking to throw. He has time. He's looking to run now. He's not able to escape the Olympus defenders as he goes down inside the 5 now. And it looks like it will be a first down. And there is a Skyline player down after the play. It looks like it can't quite tell who it is. Langberg is right there, kneeling with him along with the training staff and coaches. Looks like it's possibly Will Black.
8.
So that would be a big loss for Skyline if their starting quarterback, Will Black, is injured.
I believe the player is Anthony Salazar, safety or quarterback.
No, interestingly enough, Skyline changed their numbers of their quarterback. So while on the online rosters it says Anthony Salazar is number 8, it is Will Black who is number 8.
Okay.
He's been their starting quarterback, and now he is injured. So
yeah, it really sucks. He was starting to build some momentum for the Skyline offense.
But it looks like he is able to walk off the field under his own power, and he's walking pretty well. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Phantom here for Skyline. Number 8, Will Black. The result of the run is a first down, first and goal, Eagles.
And so now at quarterback, I believe it is Jonah Miley right now. It looks like they're spinning out. I can't tell who it is right now. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles. Their first touchdown of this game. And that's big for them. They needed that going into half.
Yeah, the entire game has been extremely dead for Skyline. They need something to cheer about. They need something to get them going.
It was Jason Tapua on the carry. Or Jay Tapua, yep. And so Skyline has an opportunity, or had an opportunity and capitalized with that opportunity where Olympus had a lot of penalties, and it looks like they're going for 2. One thing to note, Skyline has been quite terrible with their kicking so far this year. They have missed a lot of extra points, and they are going for 2, and he just heaves it up, and it is incomplete. So after that scoring drive by the Skyline Eagles, it'll be 31-6 Olympus with 1:22 left. It'll be interesting to see if Olympus chooses to try and go down and score before halftime, or if they just take a knee and let it go to halftime.
Yeah, that defense, or the defensive penalties, really killed that drive for the defense. You have them in 3rd and long, and you have a targeting call, and then have the coaches start yelling at the refs. Just fundamental mistakes.
And with that touchdown, the Skyline student section got their first thing to cheer about, as they believe they will win, while down 31-6. And so Skyline will be kicking off from the 40-yard line. We'll see if Olympus can get a good return here, set them up for good field position. And the kick is up, and it is a short one. It looks like Schlendorf is going to take it at around the 10-yard line. He's looking to get up to the 20, and he's tackled right after the 25-yard line. And we'll see what Olympus does here with Luke Esperson coming out to play quarterback.
Schlendorf has been pretty reliable on returning kicks and punts all season long, and he's also been a standout corner for them.
And so Olympus, we'll have to see if they throw the ball here or if they just take it into halftime. I think they should try to move down the field, but we'll see what the coaching staff does. In for Jack Evans at running back is Nate Hughley. And Esperson is alone in the backfield. Looks like they're going to air it out. Esperson has it. He's looking to pass. It's a quick throw to Hughley. They were not on the same page, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Hughley just never saw the ball.
Looked like Esperson threw it a little bit early. The route wasn't able to develop, and it is 2nd and 10. And that's the biggest difference I think you see between Nate Hughley and, Luke Esperson and Max Rice. The receivers and Max Rice seem to be a little bit more on pages. Esperson throws it up, and it is intercepted. That's exactly what he couldn't do right there. And Skyline has great field position up to the 20-yard line. And it looks like Skyline's going to be able to get back into this one right here. Olympus has done exactly what they couldn't do.
Yeah, that interception could end up being killer. If Skyline scores a touchdown before halftime, they also get the ball to start the second half. And if they score then, it's a 2-score game, and they're right back in it.
This looked like it was going to be a blowout, and it has been a blowout so far, but Skyline has refused to go away, and they have great field position. Maybe Olympus brought in Esperson a little too early. We'll have to see. That is now Esperson's 4th interception of the year. He only has 5 touchdowns to go along with that. So it looks like Miley has it. He's going to be tackled at the 20. Little pass and a little past the 20, and there's a flag on the play. Looks like it's in the area of holding. So it is holding on Skyline. It'll be 1st and 20. That's big because that put Skyline behind the lines to gain, of course, but also they have had, as mentioned earlier, they have had trouble with their kicking game. So this probably pushes them out of field goal range.
Yeah, Skyline's got to throw the ball. They got to get into 2nd and manageable, 3rd and manageable, because if they can't kick the ball, you got to score a touchdown.
If I remember correctly, looking over Skyline's games this year, they have not kicked a field, have had a successful field goal this year. And so it looks like Miley is in the backfield once again. He's looking to throw. He's under pressure, evades it again, but he is just swarmed by the Olympus defense, and there is another flag on the play, again in the area of holding.
This first half, and especially the second quarter, there's been a pretty big number of flags for both teams.
And it looks like it is a penalty on the Titans instead. And so it'll be 1st and it will be 1st and 15 for Skyline. Miley. Looks like it's not Miley this time. And he fumbles the snap. Can Olympus get it? No. It is recovered right there very quickly. And Olympus calls a timeout with 44.8 seconds left. On the fumble right there was Jay Tapua.
Yeah, now Skyline's out of timeouts. So if they get a play that's not a first down inbounds, the clock's just going to go tick, 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 which is exactly what Olympus wants. They want this half to end
as quickly as possible. Just go into halftime up 31-6. And the loss of Jack Evans really took the air out of this Olympus team, it feels like. They've been struggling ever since that. But they're going to have to respond.
It'll be interesting to see what adjustment Skyline makes during halftime, because as you saw on the drive before, the pass game was working. And it'll be also interesting to see if Will Black is back, because he seemed to be walking off on his own power. We haven't seen him yet since then,
but Skyline is also comfortable with this style of being able to. The Skyline is comfortable with playing multiple quarterbacks, as it looks like Will Black is back there. He's gonna take it. He's looking to throw, and it is dropped. That was close right there. Ryder Birdsley looked to jump the route a little early, and it nearly cost him, as that could have been a big play for Skyline to get them within the 20. But it is 3rd down and 22.
Yeah, these miscues from the receivers are not helping this offense. That's now 3 huge drops that could have led to scoring for the Eagles.
And even, I don't know if that would have been a touchdown per se, but it would have given them a lot better chance to.
Yeah, definitely better than 3rd and 22.
Yeah. Will Black, I think that's Will Black looking to pass, and it is a screen pass to Jay Tapua, and he will get a good chunk of yardage. That makes it 4th and manageable for the Eagles. Depends what they, interesting to see what they're going to do here. It looks like they are hurrying up and not going for it, but now they are letting the clock run. It's now down to 11 seconds. I'm not quite sure what Skyline is doing here. They don't have a timeout, and it's a false start.
Yeah, that stops the clock. So now Skyline has a chance to heave it for a Hail Mary.
That was a very interesting thing they were doing right there. Skyline was all out of sorts there. They were waiting to, it looked like they were going to try and spike it, but it was 4th down. So if they spiked it, that's. And that is the end of the first half. Your Olympus Titans are up 31-6. They struggled a little bit at the end of the half, but they got off to such a fast start that they were able to get such a big lead. And so that's it for me and Miles up in the booth. We're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Gracie, for an interview.
Okay, we are here with
Alejandro Lopez. I would like to say Skyline isn't giving us a good game. They're just not playing good tonight, but they haven't played good all year. I mean, it's just, come on, like, you guys are, you know? Like, they need to just give it up and go home. Like, we should do a mercy rule on these suckers. Like, this is sad. This is sad for all those seniors who are out here playing tonight. They're playing, like, just not very good. Except our boys. Our boys are perfect. To any of you Skyline listeners, your team's just not very good anymore. Time to give up. You guys are old. You guys are washed. I just want to let you guys know that. Oh yeah, Garrett, you're my cousin, and I still do not care that you go, you suck, Garrett. Yeah, I said that on live, baby. Ah!
and that was Mahanroy Lopez.
Can I say one more thing?
Fans, if we could direct your attention down to the 50-yard line for a special presentation tonight. by a very talented and handsome Mark Jensen. Olympus alumni. Take it away, Mark.
Test, test. Whoa, I've never heard my voice from a loudspeaker. How about these Titans tonight? I believe! Student section, I believe! No, I believe that we! I believe that... Someone help me, someone help me. How about I know we're going to win? Okay, Principal Christensen made a big mistake by giving me the microphone. But it is my absolute honor tonight to welcome an esteemed alumni, class of 1983, Clark Ivory, to the 50-yard line today. You give a round of applause. You may not know that Olympus High is one of the few high schools in Utah that has a foundation here to offer support and love and hugs and sharing a vision for these students for the future. And one of the opportunities that we have is to connect our alumni with these amazing students. Because what you do here matters, and what you do after you leave here matters just as much. And there's very few people who've represented Olympus Titans better than Clark Ivory in our community. Can we give Clark Ivory a big round of applause? Clark is president of Ivory Homes, and he has had more of an impact on our community and our state than so many people you could ever imagine. We're grateful for him to be a Titan and to come back to this wonderful field. He used to be the number 30, and he just built his 30,000th home. How about that? So Clark, he said that's enough. We are so grateful for Clark and all that he has done, and his wife Chris. The Clark and Christine Ivory Foundation continues to have an impact in our community. So Clark, it's our honor that we present you with this plaque. It will hang in the halls of Olympus for eternity. We know that we're going to win tonight, but let's give Clark Ivory one more round of applause. Thank you, Clark. Let's go, Titans.
Thank you, Clark Ivory and the Ivory family. We appreciate your perpetual support. Now, fans, let's get excited. And please welcome to the field to celebrate this time of season for Halloween, members of our DECO and Athenians performing Thriller. Fans, let's hear it for the Athenians and Olympus Dance Company. Fans of tonight will recognize the Athenians. I neglected to honor one of our seniors, so please let's turn it up for our Athenian seniors one more time. Captain Izzy Jakey, historian Catherine Rodman, Ellie Stevenson and Jamie Graham, thank you for your support of Olympus High School. And now fans, we'd like to recognize our cheer seniors. Please direct your attention down to center field as we recognize those senior cheer members. Please give it up for Dylan Anderson, Finley Ring, Haley Christensen, Bill Hartsfield, Jane Haas, Sophie Beckett, Isa Harris, my apologies, Lizzie Jenkins, Willie McBride, Rudy Vanderdacker, Maddie Scally, Gracie Smith, Alice Nadal, Braylon Jarvis, Ada Madsen, and Ava Johnson. Fans, the cheer team would also like to recognize its mascot, Isaac Swan, and senior band member, Jack Jacobson. On behalf of head coach Haley Castle, we appreciate our cheer seniors and all they do for the Olympus students.
Lazy yellow moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees. Crickets all singing and the lightning bugs are floating on the breeze. Baby, get ready. Across the field where the creek turns back, that old stump road. I'm gonna take you to a special place that nobody knows. Baby, get ready. Ooh, you and me go fishing in the dark, lying on the back, same counting stars where the cool cats go. We'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the 60th edition of the Battle of the Rock. I'm Lucas Pierce.
And I'm Miles Pierce.
And it was an interesting first half right there. Olympus got off to such a fast start, and they were up 21-0 in a blink of an eye. Their offense started slowing down after that. They put in Luke Esperson, their backup quarterback, and it hasn't been great for them since then.
Yeah, especially on offense, they have slowed down a lot. But most of the reason is the change of quarterback. The decrease from Max Rice to Luke Esperson is pretty big. Max Rice is excellent, while Luke Esperson doesn't have as much experience as him. But on the defensive side, they let Skyline into it a little bit. They let them score a touchdown, and then Esperson immediately threw an interception. And Skyline looked like they were going to score again right before halftime, but their own mistakes doomed them.
And so we're going to look at some halftime stats by our statistician, Jared Larson, who has been great at providing us stats all year. And once again this time, Olympus outgained Skyline in that first half, 233-58. Olympus had 104 passing yards to Skyline's 59. Olympus ran the ball for 129 yards and 13 carries, and Skyline ran it for -1 yard in 18 carries. Olympus had 7 first down to Skyline's 4. The penalties, the biggest reason why Skyline is still in this game, I think. Olympus has 6 penalties for 74 yards. Skyline has 4 penalties for 30 yards. And that's pretty much your story of the game right there. Olympus is dominating in all facets. Just towards in that second quarter, they started to slow down a little bit. And that's where we are now. Thanks again to Jared Larson for those halftime stats.
Yeah, the offense started out quick, and then the defense let up a little to end the half. Now we're going to see how the defense bounces back after those last few drives.
And so the Olympus Titans are awaiting the Skyline Eagles to come on the field, and they are right now. Gubler's getting ready to kick the ball. The Titans are hyped up for the start of this second half. Again, score reminder, Olympus is up 31-6. They got off to a quick start, scored 31 unanswered points. Skyline responded with a touchdown towards the end of the half. And so Gubler is ready to kick from the 40-yard line. It is up in the air, and that will be a touchback. Nice kick by Gubler. Another touchback to add to his season totals in this final game of the regular season. And the Skyline offense will come out of halftime with some momentum.
Well, the Olympus defense, they have to establish dominance and be like, oh, those last few drives were a fluke. They have to regain the momentum and deflate all life out of the Skyline team.
Definitely agree. Skyline started to get some momentum towards the end of that first half, but Olympus needs to regain that momentum as Skyline runs onto the field with 20 seconds left on the play clock. A theme we've noticed, they run out to the field a little bit late off of those kickoffs. And so it looks like it is Johnny Miley right there off of the spin formation. He gets it. The pass is about a 5-yard route, and he'll be tackled at around the 27-yard line. That's second and manageable for the Eagles. That short pass route has worked out for them pretty well this game.
Yeah, especially on first down, getting them to second and short, third and short. It's been a huge help for them. It's also one of the only ways that they've been able to throw the ball productively.
And so it looks like it is They keep spinning around in the backfield. It's hard to tell who's playing quarterback every time, and it looks like it is Miley right there, who's going to take it for a first down and a little bit more to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, this is exactly what Olympus did not want to happen. Letting Skyline run the ball and now throw the ball. Just not working out.
Skyline has put together some interesting formations right there that you don't see that often, where the running back and quarterback switch places by spinning. But that's what they do, and now they have 1st and 10. Seems to be working that well for them. So, and it looks like that's a bad snap. He's able to regain the ball, is Miley, and he'll be sacked for a loss at the 31-yard line. That's a loss of 6.
Yeah, the defensive line has been pretty solid today. They gave the quarterback a lot of time and able to get the ball, but still got a 6-yard loss.
Skyline has had a few times where they've had trouble with the snap, and it's cost them a few yards, setting them behind the line of scrimmage, which is just what they can't do right now. They need to get into that 2nd and manageable so they can run the ball. It looks like Miley takes the snap. It is a low snap again. They have trouble with it, and he gets some yardage just past the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's a game of about 3, and it will be 3rd and long for the Eagles.
Yeah, once again, another 3rd and long for the Skyline offense. That fumbled snap is killer. Like, these fundamental mistakes, the penalties, dropped passes, and the turnovers have really hurt them.
And that looks like that's a false start on the Eagles as an offensive lineman moved.
That just made it way more harder on this offense.
Illegal procedure calls on the Eagles. Move the ball back 5 yards.
And so it will be 3rd and 16 for the Eagles now. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do here. I'm not sure a short route would work out well. You have to think they go deep, and they've only really done that once or twice in this game.
Yeah, you can really tell they're not comfortable throwing the ball downfield.
Miley's looking to pass. He has an open receiver, just floater, and the ball is fumbled. Who recovers it? Or is it an incomplete pass? We'll have to see what the refs call. If Skyline recovers that ball, it's a first down, and it is. That's rough for Olympus, as they had him on the tackle, but the fumble gives him the first down.
Yeah, if he doesn't fumble the ball, it's 4th down. And now you're just giving Skyline extra yards by not recovering that fumble.
Also interesting right there, I thought maybe he didn't have full control. Would have thought that maybe the refs ruled that incomplete. But they rule it Skyline's ball anyway, and it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles as they continue to gain that momentum.
Something I've noticed during this game is that Olympus defense is not afraid to apply big hits. That's like the 3rd or 4th that they've done this game.
The 2 earlier ones were flagged for personal foul penalties. That one was not. And it looks like Will Black is back to throw. It's another short route, and Olympus just isn't guarding that middle of the field, and Skyline is getting into 3rd and manageable very quickly.
Seems Skyline is going back and forth on the QB play.
Yeah, they keep going back and forth between Miley and Will Black. And so now it is 2nd and 3 for the Eagles. 2nd and manageable once again. Olympus has got to get back to getting them behind the line of scrimmage. There are 4 wide, 2 on each side. Another short pass, and it is caught for a first down by the Eagles. They are getting back into this game very quickly.
Yeah, this defense looks lost right now. In that first half, they were not letting Skyline move the ball at all. And now Skyline's putting together a 4-minute long drive.
They look to be in just a sluggish, they're just feel sluggish right now. They're letting that middle of the field open as that pass is incomplete.
He had a guy open, and he just couldn't haul in the ball.
And so with 8:03 left, Skyline is driving down the field. It is 2nd and 10 at the Olympus 44-yard line. There are 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Will Black is looking to pass, and he is The middle of the field is open once again. Olympus just not able to get there to the wide receivers, and it is third and manageable, third and medium for the Skyline Eagles.
Yeah, like you said, this is a very manageable third down. Skyline's been really good at the short passes, which get them 5 or 6 yards, which will be pretty helpful right now.
And so you have to imagine Skyline goes back to the pass here. I also wouldn't be surprised to see them go to the run as they draw Olympus to guard that pass. He's under pressure again. The middle of the field is open, that same route every time. And Skyline has a first down. They are driving, and they are inside the Olympus 30.
This defense has got to change something. Skyline is carving up this offense, or this defense, with the passing game.
And it's the same routes every time. They're just short little curls or short little crossers, and Skyline's open every time. Olympus needs to try and jump one of those at some point because Skyline's not going away from that. Will Black is alone in the backfield for this 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. He fakes the handoff. He's under pressure. He passes it, and it is somehow caught with 2 Skyline receivers and 4 Olympus defenders right there. It is caught by Skyline, and they are inside the red zone. Olympus is just out of sorts right now. Ever since Jack Evans went down, it feels like the air has been taken out of the team, and Skyline is just taking advantage of that, right?
I don't know how the defense didn't get a hand in on that. There were 3 defenders around him, and he somehow placed the ball perfectly.
And it looks like Will Black is joined by Mailea right there. And he's looking to pass. He's under pressure, and he gets it, and he goes down. That's Kingston Nugent right there with a big sack. Olympus's defense needed that. Take the momentum away.
This could be a huge momentum changer for the defense because now you're forcing Skyline to throw the ball deep because they can't get a first down until they get to the 2-yard line.
And an interesting development here, this is turning into a Skyline home game as the entire Olympus, nearly the entire Olympus student section is left. I must say Olympus's student section has not been great this year. And this is just another example, as that's a bobbled snap right there. And he'll go down right at the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, another bobbled snap. I'm not really sure if that was a design quarterback run where Black was just going to take it, or he was trying to throw it, and it was all caught off guard by the fumble.
And the energy has just been taken out of this place. I don't know what's going on with the student section. It's ridiculous that they're leaving this early in the game. I understand it's cold, but you got to support your team in a rivalry game.
Especially with Skyline gaining more momentum.
Yep. Miley has it. He's looking to pass. He's under pressure. Nice hit in the backfield. That is Lincoln Ames. And another sack, and that'll make it 4th down and very long for the Skyline Eagles. And it'll be interesting to see what they do here. Are they going to try and attempt the field goal, or are they going to go for it?
Olympus is going back to what they do best, getting the quarterback in the backfield for sacks and tackles for loss.
And it looks like Skyline is going to try and make their first field goal of the year. It'll be a 42-yarder. We'll have to see what happens here. It would be quite the accomplishment if they are able to make it. It looks like it's number 69 kicking. The kick is up, and it is short. No good. Skyline still hasn't made a field goal this year, and Olympus still holds the lead 31-6.
Yeah, that's got to be killer for Skyline. Almost an 8-minute drive just to end with 0 points. They haven't been able to make a field goal all year, as Lucas mentioned. It's just sad right now.
And now Esperson is in at quarterback. He hands it off to Nate Hughley, who doesn't have much room to run. He'll get right back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or a half yard more, and it'll be 2nd and long for the Titans. They're going to have to try it. Olympus is going to have to air it out here. They're not going to be able to run it up the middle every time, I don't believe.
Yeah, they got to allow Esperson to show off his abilities in throwing the ball.
Esperson is alone in the backfield. It's the jet touch pass. It looks like that's James Schlendorf getting to the outside. Has a little bit of room to run past the 30-yard line, and that'll be a Titan first down. Much needed. Nice play call by the coaching staff.
Gain of 10 on the reception.
Yeah, you like seeing that jet touch pass again multiple times in a game.
And now Olympus is letting that clock run down a little bit. I feel like they could probably let it run down more, as this third quarter has gone by very, very fast. There are already 3 minutes left in this quarter. And they hand it off to Hughley, who has a bit more of a hole. He's pushing the offensive line a little bit more, and then he finally gets pushed back. Forward progress was stopped at the 36-yard line. It'll be second and about 6 or 7 for the Titans.
Yeah, as you said, this third quarter has gone by really quickly. Skyline's 8-minute drive with 0 stoppages, and now Olympus is trying. It's just letting the clock go down.
And so it looks like this time Caden Lloyd is joining Luke Esperson in the backfield. We haven't seen that much this season. Lloyd is to Esperson's right, and he hands it off to Lloyd, who has a bit of a hole right there. He has some speed. He'll get the first down. And nice job by Olympus utilizing Caden Lloyd's speed right there.
Yeah, really great run right there. We haven't seen him at all this game.
That run is good.
Olympus's play calling and offense is starting to get a little more rhythm. I feel like you're starting to see them move the ball methodically down the field. We haven't seen that much this game. A lot of the scoring has come very quickly and very fast, or the offense has stalled out. We'll have to see if they can put together a long drive with Esperson at quarterback. Esperson has it. It's a screen pass to Campbell, and that's a little bit out of his reach. Probably still needs to be caught, and it'll be second and 10.
I mean, those are passes you got to make, but without much experience this year, then it's understandable.
And so Olympus, now with 2:18 left in the third quarter, taking their time getting the play call from the sideline. They have 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hughley joins Esperson in the backfield. Esperson takes it. He's looking to throw deep. He's got Caden Lloyd, and it's just overthrown. If that's on target, Caden Lloyd takes it to the house, but it's overthrown, and it's 3rd and 10 for the Titans.
Man, that was just overthrown. Throws it a little later, and that's a sure touchdown.
That's just been the biggest drop-off between Esperson and Rice, is really the accuracy and connection with the receivers.
Seems like Rice has a better communication with them.
He's got better communication, he's just more accurate on those deep passes. Esperson has it. He's rolling out, looking to throw. He throws it to Luke Campbell, and he tight ropes the sideline for a first down, and a flag is thrown on the play.
Yeah, perfectly placed ball by Esperson right there, and then the yards after the catch ended up leading to a penalty on a massive hit by the Skyline defense.
And it looks like there's another flag on the play too. Ever since the first quarter, there have been a lot of flags thrown.
Yes, very chippy game.
And that's what you expect in the rivalry game too.
And also, the refs aren't letting anything slide. Everything's a flag.
And so the refs are discussing the penalty once again. It looks like both penalties were after the play, so we'll have to see what they do. If Olympus gets the ball on 3rd down again, or if they get the first down. There was a personal foul on Skyline. Then after the play, on unsportsmanlike conduct on Skyline as well. So that will be a 30-yard, technically a 30 yards worth of penalties right there. And Olympus is down into the red zone.
This is exactly what happened to Olympus in the second quarter. First a big hit, which is a personal foul, and then another unsportsmanlike conduct, but for the Titans, it was the coaches. And so 2 30-yard plays worth of penalties for both teams.
To the 19-yard line, first down Titans.
And so Esperson is joined by Schlendorf in the backfield, who has come in to play offense during this series. They hand it off to Schlendorf. He gets to the outside. He has some room. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. And Skyline tackles him at the 3-yard line. Nice job by Schlendorf to get to the outside.
Yeah, we haven't seen Schlendorf on offense much this game or season.
And this has been a great drive by Olympus. While it was aided by Skyline penalties, it has still been a great drive for Olympus to regain that momentum, settle themselves down after a rough second and start to the third quarter.
Yeah, draining the clock just like Skyline did on their first drive.
Esperson is joined by Hughley to his left. There are 3 wideouts for Olympus. They hand it off to Hughley, and he's going to not get into the end zone. It looks like he's a half-yard short. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Titans. I thought he got in there at first. The refs rule him a little short.
Yeah, that clock keeps draining right now.
And Olympus is going fast. Esperson is awaiting the snap. He gets it. They go shotgun on 4th and 1, and he hugely gets into the end zone. That's an Olympus touchdown. 37-6, awaiting the extra point, which could make it 38-6.
That was about as good of a drive as you could have asked for from Olympus. Capitalizing on Skyline's 2 personal fouls with a touchdown. And that's exactly what they had to do, take all the momentum away from Skyline.
And I thought that Esperson overthrew that one pass to Caden Lloyd, but besides that, I thought it was a relatively good drive by him and showed he is capable of leading a drive like that. As Gubler kicks the extra point to make it 38-6 Olympus, and the route is back on. And so with that, you can probably start looking ahead for the Titans, who will in all likelihood be getting a bye in the 5A playoffs. Ahead of them right now in the RPI, ahead of them during the last RPI was Roy, who was 1, Brighton, who was 3, Timpview, who was 5, and then I think Bountiful was in there too. Those RPI rankings will come out at 10:30 p.m. tomorrow, and we'll see where Olympus is. As I said earlier, it looks like they will be getting a first-round bye and a second-round home game. Do you have any thoughts on who Olympus might want to play in the playoffs or how they managed to get into the playoffs?
I think they want to play Brighton. I mean, they won here 13-0 about a month ago, and that was where the defense really exploded, like holding them to 0 points. It was pretty incredible. And I also think that Brighton, or the Olympus is better than Brighton, as showed in the head-to-head. But I think the defense is just too much for Brighton.
It's a good call right there. It would be interesting to see what another Olympus versus Brighton matchup, which would in all likelihood be at Brighton if that came to fruition. And you would hope for that the Ozone shows up for that one. Again, we have no idea why they left for this one.
Yeah, no more leaving halfway through the third quarter. You got to stay and support your team if you're winning or losing.
We've seen the Ozone has been very interesting this year. You've seen a lot of the Alta game. They weren't really involved in the game. A lot of people left early, and it just hasn't been the same since they had this the Ozone had a magical run. As that's picked off at the line of scrimmage right there by Thomas Malga on. The Skyline attempted a screen pass right there. It was short, and Malga fell right onto the ball. Great play right there.
Yeah, it was severely underthrown by the quarterback, and Malga just dove for it, and he got the interception.
And that's great for him on this senior night. He's been a great presence on that Olympus defensive line. He's been able to get to the backfield multiple times this season, and he's really disrupted play for the opponent.
Yeah, have yourself a senior night. 2 sacks already and now an interception.
And now Esperson is a load in the backfield. With the jet touchback pass to Caden Lloyd, he has a hole and he runs out of bounds near the first down marker. Looks like he'll be a little short, and it'll be 2nd and short.
That was a pitch to Gabe Lloyd.
It'll officially be
play, 2nd down, Titans.
2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line for the Titans. And Esperson is alone in the backfield once again. They're motioning Schlendorf this time. They try the jet touch pass. It's bobbled, but Schlendorf gets the edge. He gets past the 10-yard line. It looks like he'll be 1 yard short, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, really good job salvaging that play. I mean, you were caught in the backfield, and you were still able to get 3 yards out of it.
And there is 1:05 left in this 3rd quarter. Olympus up 38-6 and looking to add some more.
Kind of stopped for a penalty.
Looks like there is a penalty on the field as the refs are discussing some things. We don't know exactly where the flag was thrown or what the penalty is. Looks like the flag was thrown right around the 8 or 7 yard line. Or maybe not. That must be the guy's shoes. Pink shoes right there. Refs are taking a lot of time to decide what the penalty is, or if there is a penalty. They're moving the ball up. It looks like unsportsmanlike conduct on Skyline. They are losing their cool a little bit in this 3rd quarter.
Called on the Eagles.
Yeah, Skyline has had multiple 15-yard penalties, which have cost them multiple drives, especially last drive. Two 15-yard penalties resulting in 30 yards for Olympus, and now another one.
And so we are now taking a lot of time off this clock as the Skyline coach is coming over to speak with the refs. And we're not quite sure what's going on. We have a long stoppage right here. But in the meantime, we're going to recap a little bit of Olympus's season this year. They started out 1-3 with tough losses to Spanish Fork, Bountiful, and West. But as we've stated throughout this entire broadcast, they've really come on the offense and defense.
Yeah, I agree, especially in that West game. Something sparked in this team that just propelled them to new heights. This is a completely different football team.
And so now it seems we've got things sorted out. It should be 1st and goal for the Titans if that was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Skyline, which it looked like it was.
Skyline coach looks to still be out there right now.
We're not quite sure what's going on right now. The Skyline coach doesn't look happy right now as he's running over to one of his players to give him a pep talk in the middle of the field or ask him a question. Again, just a long stoppage.
Yeah, he's like huddling the team. I don't know what's going on.
And now he's finally running off the field. Just an interesting moment right there.
Yeah, interesting sequence of events.
And it doesn't. After all that, it is 1st and goal for the Titans at the 4-yard line. Esperson has it. He's going to hand it off to Hughley, who runs it in for a Titan touchdown. And they extend their lead. And it is now 44-6. Olympus's offense just continuing to move the ball after their sluggish 2nd quarter.
It looks like just like that 1st quarter, the Skyline defense has no answers, especially to the run game and the pass game.
Gubler's extra point is up, and it is good. It is 45-6 Titans.
Yeah, that now makes them 6 for 6 on extra points and a field goal made.
And so Olympus is getting ready to kick off once again as they're up by 39 points. Who do you think has been the offensive and defensive MVPs of this game?
Well, first with the offense, I really think it's Jack Evans. Like, he came out with an injury in the middle of the second quarter, but still running for over 100 yards and capitalized on the first play of the game, 60-yard touchdown run. And for defense, I'm probably going to go with Thomas Malga. He already has 2 sacks and an interception, which is pretty incredible for a defensive end.
I agree with you there. Those are both great picks. Jack Evans got injured early in that. Second quarter, or maybe it was towards the latter end of the second quarter. Either way, he came out, hasn't come back since. We're hoping he's okay and that it's a short-term injury. That bye for Olympus to go into the playoffs could be really helpful.
Yeah, that start of the third quarter and end of the second quarter was deflated by that injury. They weren't the same until a few drives ago.
And so that kickoff is a touchback, and now we'll see what Skyline does on offense. They've had 2 drives really, which they've gone down the field to score, and it looks like the clock is running after that kickoff. And Skyline now coming onto the field with 25 seconds on the play clock and 30 seconds left in this third quarter.
Yeah, something that interests me about the Skyline offense is how long it takes them to get onto the field. Like, they're only now getting onto the field with 16, 15 seconds left on the play clock.
You would think that they'd be able to immediately get out onto the field, right?
Especially after a touchback.
And it looks like it is Will Black in the backfield once again. He takes it looking to pass. He throws the screen pass. Looks like that's to Jay Tapua right there, and it's a gain of about 3.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter.
Your Olympus Titans are up 45-6 in the Battle of the Rock for this season, and it looks like they're going to keep the Rock for the 8th straight season. Just complete dominance over Skyline, really, over these past few years.
Yeah, this really has not been close. Olympus has dominated tonight. Skyline had a little bit of a spark going into halftime, but just wasn't enough against this Olympus defense.
And it's interesting to think that Skyline had the season or the series lead during this rivalry for such a long time, and now Olympus is finally able to get that back. And it looks like they're going to have a 3-game lead in the series, 31-28-1. And it's just the dominance of this rivalry has made it almost not so much as a rivalry.
Yeah, it's been like going through sections. In the 90s, Skyline was insane. And then now, over almost a decade, Olympus is taking control.
And it's not even to say that Olympus has been so great at football like Skyline was in the 90s, but really just that Skyline has really fallen off since then. And Olympus has improved their play too. They've gotten to Rice Eccles multiple times, and they've been in contention for state championships. And so the Skyline offense is back out on the field. It is 2nd and 6 from the 29-yard line. Black takes it. They do the jet touch pass themselves, and he will be tackled. It looks like 1 yard past the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 5.
To carry. Picked up by number 34, Beckham, Berkeley.
And now on this 3rd and 5 for Skyline, I would think that they go back to that short middle route.
Yeah, the short passes have definitely been working for the entire game, really, for them.
And Black fumbles the snap. Can he fall on it? He does. It'll be 4th and 9 for Skyline. Again, they've had trouble with the snap all night, it feels like, and it costs them there once again.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know whatever's going to happen with the play, but not even having a chance to try and get the first down is really unfortunate.
And Skyline is bringing on the punt team. It looks like it will be Will Black who is punting, or Jay Tapua. Can't tell the number right there. And there seems to be some issue with the Skyline. Skyline punt team. They are calling a timeout. No, Olympus is calling a timeout instead as the play clock is running low.
Take their first timeout of the second half.
And now with 10:39 left, Olympus is going to get the ball back.
Yep.
And so during this timeout, we're going to take you around some of the high school football scores during this lovely Friday night. Number 12 Brigham is tied with number 15 Mountain Ridge in the fourth quarter. Granger is up 41-6 over Hunter. Taylorsville is down 10-31 against West Jordan. Number 2 Corner Canyon is up 35-7 at Harriman. Riverton is up 35-13 at Copper Hills. And that's what we have right now. So an interesting day all around Utah high school football. We start to get to this part of the season, towards the end of the season, and you see a whole bunch of teams playing at different times.
Yep. And a lot of those games do have playoff implications.
And so Skyline is punting the ball. And it looks like they were going to fake it for a minute, and that ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it took him a very long time to kick the ball away.
And back to receive that punt.
Back to receive that punt is Nate Holberg.
For the great Nate Holberg.
Seems that the entire Olympus team is down to their second strings just for health reasons. Don't want anyone else to get hurt.
And that's a good strategy by the coaching staff. That's your goal right now. Outplaying receiver is Nate Holberg, Sam Nada, and Wesley Wright. Esperson is in the backfield with Nate Hughley. They hand it off to Hughley. He doesn't have much of a hole, and it will be 2nd and 9 for the Titans.
Easily bet.
Yeah, that Olympus just needs to get the clock down. That's what they're doing. That's why they're running the ball, getting the clock down to as low as it can.
Second down Titans.
And so Esperson has it as the Titans aren't quite letting the clock run too much as there's 19 seconds left. Esperson has it. He hands it off to Hughley once again. He has a bit of a hold to the outside. He's past the 35-yard line up to the 31-yard line, it looks like, and that'll be a Titan first down.
Yeah, really good run right there.
And one of the reasons why Skyline hasn't been able to stop the run too much is the loss of their star player, Carson Kafusi, who got injured earlier in this season, a University of Utah commit, and you just see how much their defensive line misses them right now.
Yeah, they can't stop. They haven't been able to stop the run, especially you could see it in the first half with Jack Evans.
Esperson has it now. He hands it off to Hughley once again. He is stopped about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, and it is 2nd down.
Usually a gain of 3 on the run.
This second half has gone by pretty quickly. Only about 9 minutes left in this game. Due to the long drive that opened up the half from Skyline, and now 2 from Olympus.
And so Esperson with Hughley to his right. He's going to hand it off to him. They're trying to run that clock out. Hughley gets a good gain right there to make it 3rd and 2 for the Titans.
They usually carry a 5.
And so what will Olympus do here? You have to think they go back to the run. They're getting good yardage right there, and it's wasting the clock.
Yeah, just drain out the clock. And then if you get to 4th down, it'll be an interesting call to see what they do. If they keep going, if they go for it to try and drain the clock or kick the field goal.
Esperson has it. He hands it off to Hughley, and Hughley slips. He wasn't going to get anywhere even if he didn't slip, and Olympus, we'll have to see what they do here. You would have to assume they bring on the field goal unit, but it looks like their offense is staying out on the field. It's 4th and 6, or 4th and 4, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like their main priority is just to drain the clock.
They're not worried about a field goal right now, so.
No, field goal won't do much. Won't really hurt Skyline more because they already don't have much of a chance to come back.
And so they are going to drain that clock. Now they're going to call a timeout. And maybe they're going to bring out that field goal unit, or they're just deciding to see what to do on offense. Again, there are 7 minutes and 5 seconds left. Your Olympus Titans are up 45-6. It's been a great game for them. Skyline, this is nothing new. They've been blown out all year except for one game. And it's just tough to swallow for Skyline, who hasn't had a good season in a long time. And so now during this break, we are going to take you around some scores that's going around college football. Duke beat Florida State 23-16.
The Duke win over Florida State was the first time they had ever beaten Florida State in almost 23 matchups.
Wow, that's incredible to think about. Florida State is now 1-6. Oregon is up 35-0 over Purdue, avoiding the upset bid. BYU's up 14-7 over Oklahoma State, and Nevada is up 7-3 over Fresno State during this late night slate. And Luke Campbell is in motion. They get it to him on the touch pass. He has a hole. He's up to the 20-yard line and a little bit more, and that'll be a first down for the Titans. I like that play call. They've been using the jet touch pass a lot.
Yeah, and they've had a lot of success using that jet touch pass. Skyline just hasn't seen it coming.
And so Esperson is in the backfield once again. He is joined by Hughley. 2 wide receivers to each side of him. Esperson has it. He hands it off to Hughley. He has a hole up to the 10-yard line and a little pass there. It'll be 2nd and short for the Titans at the 9-yard line. And they're just going to let that clock run even more. Now it looks like both student sections have cleared out a little bit. This game is over.
I'm actually surprised that the Skyline student section lasted longer than the Olympus one. Olympus is at home, and in a blowout win against their rival, the opposing student section stayed longer.
It's not a good look for the O-zone. As Hughley runs it up the middle, he bulldozes the defender to the 5-yard line. First down, Titans, and 1st and goal.
Down to the 4-yard line, tackle made by Randy Anderson. And that's good for a Titans first down.
With 5:40 left, Olympus is looking to get up by even more than they already are. It's 45-6 right now. They're looking to put up their first 50-burger of the season. Esperson is taking the snap. They're going to hand it off to Hughley once again. There is a blitz by Skyline. He doesn't have anywhere to go. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5 once again.
Clock is down to about 5 minutes left, and this has been a really long drive from Olympus, which is exactly what they wanted to do, put the game away right here.
And it looks like there is a Skyline defensive lineman injured. We're hoping he's okay. We've seen a few injuries tonight for both teams, and it would suck if he gets hurt, especially at the end of this one when it's pretty much over. And it looks like he is limping off number 52, maybe?
That would be Matthew Boyack.
Maybe. Again, we're sorry if we're struggling with the names of the players. It's really hard to see the gold Skyline numbers. It looks like, according to our technical director, who has a keen eye, it is Tohi Similai. And so Esperson is running out onto the field. He's going to be joined by Nate. Never mind, he's not joined by Nate Hughley. and it's going to be, they're going to do the jet touch pass again. Campbell breaks, tried to go up the middle a little bit more. The outside was cut off, and it will be 3rd and goal from the 4.
It seems Skyline is finally expecting the jet touch pass, and they finally found an answer to it.
Yeah, the defender did a nice job coming around and make sure Campbell couldn't get to the outside and outrun the Skyline defenders. And right now, as you hear over the PA announcer, you can hear all of the senior offensive linemen coming into the game. Just a great moment for them, and it's awesome that they're able to get into the game during this blowout win for Olympus. Esperson has it. He's looking to throw, and there's miscommunication with Nate Holberg. That's been the biggest complaint with Esperson at quarterback. It looked like Esperson thought that was going to be a fade. Esperson cut in, and there we have an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest difference between Max Rice and Luke Esperson is really the communication between him and the receivers. Max Rice is consistently throwing the ball accurately and knowing what plays and routes they're running.
And looks like they are going for it. They're not going to kick the field goal. And that's a false start on Olympus.
Now, I'm not really sure what Olympus is going to do here. It looks like they might be kicking the field goal.
Can't tell. Maybe Esperson's just going to the sideline for the call. It looked like that was number 71, Jackson Jones, who committed the false start. Looks like Esperson is going to go back out on the field. He was just wondering what the play call was.
Olympus staying aggressive, just trying to keep that clock moving. We are now under 3 minutes left in the game.
Esperson in the backfield with Hughley to his left. Esperson has it. He throws it. They nearly got Nate Holberg for the touchdown. It was a little over his head, though, and they weren't able to connect. So Skyline gets the ball back, down by 39.
Yeah, he threw the ball a little bit too hard. It just went right through the hands of him.
So Skyline will get the ball back. They'll have one more shot to try and score their 2nd touchdown of the game or go for their 1st field goal of the game. And here comes the Skyline offense again, as we've said all night. It takes them a minute to get out on the field. With 6 seconds left, I don't see how they're going to get a play off. It doesn't even look like the entire offense is on the field. They're missing a player, and there's a flag on the play. I have no idea what was happening there for Skyline.
That pretty much sums up Skyline's season. Just miscommunication, fundamental errors, everything's just not working out great.
There are now 10 players on the field for Skyline. There are now 10 players on the field for Skyline. They still need one more. I'm not quite sure what they are doing here. And now the 11th player finally runs onto the field. It's just been a mess for Skyline tonight and all season. There's no other way to explain it. And it looks like that is a fumble. And that will be a safety. And that will put Olympus up by 41 points now. Not really quite sure what happened right there. Just a scrum in the end zone, and the Skyline offensive player fell on it for a safety.
Really all game long, Skyline has had a lot of trouble with the snap, and it's cost them a lot. Right here, the safety and multiple touchdowns that Olympus scored after. Kick team. Olympus is going to get the ball back, just end the game.
Yeah, they're going to be able to run out the clock now. And what a regular season for the Olympus Titans. Once again, for the second straight year, they're going to go into the playoffs on an incredible win streak with just incredible momentum right now. And we're going to have to see where it takes them. Last year, it took them up to Rice-Eccles Stadium where they almost upset Timpview. And on this return, they're going to get it to the 49-yard line. We'll have to see what it does this year, but the momentum for Olympus football right now is off the charts.
This is just an incredible turn of events. No one could have predicted after a 1-3 start that Olympus would be in this position going into the playoffs with a bye and a home game during the playoffs.
And also something really cool to think about is that Aaron Whitehead, their former Olympus coach, who was great for them, ended up moving positions up to the Granite School District, and ever since Coach Brandon Burt took over, he has been excellent, and he's led Olympus to some new heights. We'll have to see if they can get even farther this year, and maybe they're good enough to even go on to win that 5A championship. We'll have to see. And that will be the final play of the ball game tonight. Your final score is 47-6. Olympus retains the Rock for the 8th straight season. And there was no doubt in this one. They completely dominated Skyline in every facet.
Yeah, the game was over before it even started, really. Olympus started out extremely quick in the pass game, and Skyline's defense really had no answer for it. They started out, or in the second quarter, they slowed down a little bit, giving Skyline a bit of momentum, but the defense just shut it down in the second half.
And the Olympus Titans will finish the season with a 6-3 record. Their record in 5A being 5-1. As I mentioned earlier, they win a share of the 5A Region 6 title, as they are tied with Brighton and West, who all beat each other up this season. And we'll have to see what happens tomorrow morning when the RPI came out. Again, to repeat, as we said before, Olympus is in position to get a bye and a second-round home game on November 1st. Maybe with this win, they'll be able to climb up into that 1-4 range, but we'll have to see. Any last thoughts from this game, Miles?
I mean, yeah, the momentum is huge for Olympus to have going into the playoffs, because they can beat the top teams if they play like they have the last 5 games. That's pretty much all I have.
All right. Before we go, we would just like to give a shout out to our seniors on their senior night. They have all had great seasons, and we are very excited to see where they go from here on out, whether that's winning the playoffs or even after high school. With that, thank you all for watching another edition of Olympus Football on OlyTV. For Skyline, there's a good chance that their season is over and that they are one of only 2 teams to miss the 5A playoffs for the second time in 2 seasons. As for the Titans, they finished 6-3, and in all likelihood, they will be getting a bye and returning back here to play in the second round. For the entire production crew and Mr. Miller,
I'm Miles Pierce.
And I'm Lucas Pierce. Have a great rest of your night.